Our South African heritage and identity is a separate South African identity, not Pan-African.
The San people were the first. They were the first inhabitants here.
True, they lived here first. They were here before anyone else.
South Africa's history is uniquely shaped like a pentagon, built upon 5 distinct heritage foundations. The first is San, the second is Khoi, jointly forming Khoisan, the heartbeat of South Africa, then both Europeans and the African Bantu speakers, and later the Indians. That is the solid scientific record and antiquity identity of South Africa. South African identity is South African. It is not African.
South African cosmology is not merely African. At its core, it is fundamentally Khoisan. This is original medicine of the San people. It has been used for centuries to treat many ailments. First San, then Khoi, European, African, Indian, 5. The pentagon forming the history of South Africa. This forms our unique heritage. South Africa has a unique, separate identity. True history separate from the rest of Africa, Dean. Our soul derives on, forming a unique melting pot. This history is separate and cut off from the rest of Africa. That is the fact. This is what we need to project. We must understand our separate origin. It is a history separate and cut off. That is our true heritage. What then is South Africa? It is a universalistic culture rooted in Khoisan cosmology. That is where our soul emerges. This represented the base of the San people. This is where we get the soul of South Africa. Observe the sparse vegetation. First came the San people, second the Khoi, followed by the Bantu, then the Europeans, and finally the Asians.
The history, character, and heritage of South Africa are unique and do not fit neatly into the conventional definition of African. Instead, South Africa has always maintained an identity distinct from the rest of the continent. The story of South Africa begins with the San people, traditionally referred to as Bushmen, who possess distinct physical traits, including a shorter stature and a lighter complexion. Scientific research, including genetic studies, indicates that the San and the closely related Khoi share a distinct DNA lineage and history separate from later continental migrations. Over time, these groups merged to form the Khoisan, establishing the foundational pre-colonial identity of the region. The Bantu-speaking peoples, who are traditionally associated with the broader African identity, arrived much later through successive waves of migration from Central and East Africa. Following their arrival, the landscape was further shaped by European settlement and subsequently the arrival of Indian laborers and immigrants. This historic convergence defines modern South Africa. It is a narrative that did not begin as typically African, but rather evolved from its indigenous Khoisan roots into an eclectic, universalist melting pot, a true rainbow nation.
This is a fact that must be known. South Africa is cut off from the rest of Africa. It is not African. You cannot practice Pan-Africanism or one Africa in South Africa. Those are false claims.